game with the white pieces against Luya Kakumin, rated 911. We put a pawn in the center, and then we develop a piece towards the center and try to get into a Jababa London. So he brings the knight out, stopping us from playing e4, and now we can proceed with our bishop f4 move, starting the Jababa London. Black goes e6, supporting his center and developing his bishop. We're going to follow suit, play e3, solidifying our pawn chain and opening up our bishop. Okay, black moves the same piece twice instead of developing a new piece. It comes with no threats, so it makes no sense. On top of that, it's hanging. Is he trying to get me to take that so he can play e5, attacking two things at once? At the very least, that wins a pawn. So let's go for it. If he pushes, he's hitting our queen. You just drop the queen back and he takes your bishop. Like I said, you get the pawn and then the center. Okay, he doesn't see it. So now we're just up a piece, so I have no idea what this knight move was from someone rated almost 1,000. So he goes c6, supporting his center, but blocking in his light square bishop pretty badly. I don't want to walk into this tactic, so I'm going to move my queen out of the way, but I also don't want to waste a move on the queen again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the queen to a place that comes for free. Why is it free? Because we're hitting the knight's hanging, he most likely won't notice it. He might just naturally develop the knight anyway and get out of it, but it may just look like a normal queen move, but it hits the knight. He does move the knight, but now we get the turn back. And of course this square is super awkward for the knight. So let's keep developing. We can develop this minor piece, the bishop, the knight. You could long castle. You have different options. We even could potentially play in the center with e4, but ideally long castling would be in. So you know what? Let's throw in long castle. Just get out of the way. We have the rook opposite the queen. His king's in the center. We're ready to play e4 and open up the center towards his king and queen. And then we can develop the minor pieces after that, before that. But you're ready to play e4 right now, so I think it might be a good idea. So he develops the bishop and attacks the knight, maybe threatening to ruin the pawn structure around your king. Okay. The downside is it undefends this pawn, which my queen is staring at by his king. And it comes with a threat on the rook, which is stronger than the threat on the knight. So this is essentially free stuff, which overrides e4 and development. So let's take the free stuff because it comes with a strong threat that he absolutely needs to address. And then we can do whatever we want regarding this knight issue, if it even is an issue. So he moves the rook because he doesn't want to lose it. We have some cheeky moves here. I'm improving moves for free, such as bishop h6, saying if you take the knight, we take the rook, because it undefends the rook. And if you don't take the knight, we can always move the queen and the bishop attacks the rook. That's also super annoying. You could just develop and let him ruin your structure. That's a thing. What do we want to do? want to develop. I just developed the knight. And he takes. And I take. And he goes queen a5. I just don't have the squares that I want around his king. I don't have the squares that I want. So I'm definitely just leaning towards bishop h6. It looks like the right way to approach this. There are definitely other moves, but I'm opting for this one. Is a way to defend the knight, because he can't take the knight without giving up, way worse stuff. And in all of those lines, we don't even ruin our pawn structure because we're taking something else. So it does move the same piece again, but it's with concrete threats and restricting the opponent's options. He can't move really these pieces effectively. He can't put his bishop anywhere, and therefore his rook. He's kind of stuck. Maybe he'll move his queen. Okay, so he moves the pawn. It makes some sense, playing c5, trying to break open the position a little bit. Not really threatening anything, but opening up some space for his pieces. The drawback would be it undefends the two squares. So now our bishop and our knight can use that square. And he can't kick us because his knight's in the way. So that's nice. If we did put our knight here, what exactly is it doing if it can't get to this square? And I did move my bishop, right? So it doesn't coordinate here and can't get there. Another drawback of this move is it blocks the coordination and the eyesight of the bishop and the rook. So now it's no longer defending it. And so now I can take the rook for free. And that makes the game a lot easier. He has to go here. And then we can take more stuff for free. As well as give this check, which is annoying because you can't put a piece in the way. So that's why they just give up. It makes the most sense. I mean, we were up a ton of stuff anyway. So let's go through the game. We develop and center. And then we develop and center. And then we develop and center. And then we center and develop. And then he hangs a piece. And I'm assuming the best move was to go e5. It is the best move, but it's still +2. So you do just retreat the bishop, the queen. When he takes your bishop, you don't even take this pawn. You coordinate and take the central pawn, so you have the whole center. Okay. Either way, it had to be bad for him, but he didn't find it. And now it's +5. So we get out of the tactic, right? Because it still is a tactic. For free. Forcing move of our own, +5. And now, king safety and development. You could have done a ton of things there. And now free stuff for free. And now again, you can do a bunch of different things. You see, I said I kind of just want to develop, and actually, it's tied with bishop h6, so. But that's interesting. So if you do just develop and he takes, you take, he goes queen a5. What are we trying to do here? Bishop d6. And then he can't do anything about the rook. That works. Bishop h6. Yeah, he still can't do anything unless he goes... No, he still can't do anything. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so you could just develop easily, which felt like you could. I went for this one. How does it say inaccuracy when it's the exact same evaluation as it's the second and the same? And then he just blunders a mate in 3 because he blocked his own line of sight. This was a super easy game. But even if he didn't, he doesn't have anything to do. His best move in the position, according to the computer, is knight back home. So nobody's gonna do that, and it's just a terrible position for black. So center, development, and then take your opponent's hanging stuff. Quite simple. I hope this helps. Good luck in your chess. Goodbye.